Hello and welcome to Star Wars Saturdays. Star Wars Saturdays is a living campaign that I've been running since December of 2017. I don't know why it's important for me to always note when I started it, but there you go. In Star Wars Saturdays, every month I choose a different RPG, and then I post it up for the Gauntlet community, an online gaggle of friends, fans, and aficionados of small press, indie, and OSR tabletop role-playing games. And then through our RSVP system, a whole host of new folks and sometimes returning players will come in and we'll play. It's an anthology series, and so each time that we play each month, we will have a whole new cast of characters. And sometimes, because it's open table, we'll have new players show up in the middle of the series. It's exciting and it's fun because we collaborate together and tell these interesting stories. Now, to help people in Star Wars, because Star Wars goes on for thousands of years, over the course of this chronicle, I have had the backdrop of the time of the original trilogy, starting with New Hope, traveling through Empire Strikes Back, which was most of last year. And then for the latter half of this year, it has been the events of Return of the Jedi. We started from Gauntlet Con of 2018. That's when we went to Return of New Jedi. And then at Gauntlet Con 2019, this year, I announced that we had transitioned out of the Return of the Jedi specific timeline. And so here in November 2019, we are playing The Veil. The Veil is a cyberpunk RPG that's powered by the Apocalypse, written by Fraser Simons of Samjoka Publishing. And in The Veil, you play different playbooks, which are kind of like classes, if you're thinking D&D style, who have different approaches to technology. And we are setting this on Coruscant, which, if you're unfamiliar, is the capital world of the Empire. And the kickoff for the very first session, this is the fourth session, was that Palpatine was announced to be dead, that the second Death Star had just blown up. And if you've seen Return of the Jedi, especially the expanded edition, the revised version, you can see the big parade party gathering that happens at the very, very end of the movie when they show all the different planets and the excitement that people are going through. And that was our kickoff event for this series. Now, while Disney says that the expanded universe is no longer canon, I will borrow from it just like Disney might. And so I've done a little bit of research, and we're going through the throes of the Empire's lost their emperor. The rebellion is in full swing, but Coruscant is still under the control of the Empire. So after all of the celebration, these guys are living through the chaos of that aftermath as the stormtroopers are moving through the streets, trying to restore control with an iron fist. People are being shot in the streets, and our players are currently in the one of the sub basements. There are thousands of levels that go inside the core of Coruscant. Oh, core of Coruscant. I didn't mean that. It just happened. I'm sorry. But they are several sub basements down, and they are visiting trees. That is where we had ended things up. Trees with the Jawas hanging around, 5 Jawa. I know. We've gone some interesting places. Let's reintroduce ourselves to our characters for one last time. As a note, Leandro was unable to join us. He had some personal family stuff to take care of. Hope you had a good time at your dad's birthday party, Leandro. And the last bit, we do have safety tools. We have the X card. So if there's any part of this that causes you to feel uncomfortable, please X card that. We will very respectfully stop, figure out what it was that you've X carded if it's not clear, and then excise it from our play and continue on. Also, we have some lines and veils which are noted, and we will not cross those lines, and we will veil those things if that subject matter comes to pass. All of that. Ooh. That was 4 minutes. I did it in 4. I'm trying to get my time down. More game, less talking of Rich. Sabine, my special guest for the program, please introduce yourself and your character.
Hey, I'm Sabine. I am playing Slas Imur, who is an onomastic. He is the last remaining member of the Order of the Dreaming Heaven Choir, who believes that there is a perfect balance to be struck between the biological and the mechanical. He hasn't actually figured out where that lies not yet, but the whole Order hasn't figured that out. It's more of a cosmic thing. He is being hunted by those who destroyed his order. They are called the Silence. They are weird things, shadow-like things that jump across space and maybe time, who knows? But there are frequencies that can keep them off. And right now, he's experimenting with some trees. Yeah, he's not a good gardener, though. And he's experimenting with Walter's character.
Lots of experimentation. I love it. Thank you very much, Sabine.
Oh, and he also opened the holocron that was left to him by his order last session.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. All right, let's jump to Bethany. Bethany, please introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Bethany. I'm playing Iskri, the Wayward, who is kind of a refugee from a destroyed planet of weird, sentient, gigantic, intertangled trees, and is part of a small group from their homeworld who is trying to, basically have a garden where they're trying to propagate the few seeds of those trees they have left. Who knows what happens when those trees actually get big and sentient on a planet like Coruscant? I don't know that anyone has thought ahead that far. And for some reason, they trust Slas a lot and are okay with him having one of these trees and knowing where this garden is. And that may or may not come back to bite them.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully we see this session because it's our last. Walter, yeah. Walter, welcome. Please introduce yourself and your character.
Hey, thanks. I'm playing Mateo, and Mateo is a catabolist. He has become convinced that the way forward for humans is to become more machine-like, because machines are the way. Darth Vader is sort of an ideal physical life form, if maybe not, a moral compass. And he's also come to believe that Zlas's tech will possibly save humanity by helping with this integration. And Mateo's been having some weird dreams ever since Zlas helped kind of resuscitate him when his many mechanical parts that he hacks together himself kind of failed. And he which happens unfortunately a lot for him, but he perseveres. So he's been having these weird dreams, and he thinks that they might have something to do with integration of his technology and his spirit. Yeah, and we just left off last session a modifier into his cybernetic framework that can twist around the frequencies that keep shadows at bay to actually lure them, hoping that he can trap one or something. And so that is Mateo.
Fantastic. So as Mateo had reminded us, you guys are among the trees that are the Addisonian legacy, and also, perhaps their hope to plant something in Coruscant that can give them connection to the world that they've lost. Now, one of the things that we had discovered in these sessions is Iskri advised that the way that these trees were fed were by memories, and that often that the memories were shared, but sometimes, only sometimes, those memories were eaten by the trees, and the one who shared it would lose them. Zlas, you have found that as a dream speaker or a reader of dreams, that you have a very particular access to these trees, that you are able to look upon all of the dreams that have fed it, like upon the leaves, and as if you could sense into the rings of the tree and see hundreds of years of memory of the Addisonians.
Cool. I think that's what I wanted to do last time. I wanted to go to sleep there. If Iskri doesn't mind, I will ask their permission. Cool.
No, that's it's an odd request, but hey, I'm not. You're not hurting anything here.
Would you mind looking after my body? I would not want to wake up and find the Jawas had stolen everything, had stolen my hand, for example.
One of the Jawas is like peering at Sloss.
It's like, ooh, any mechanical parts I could take.
Sloss is looking back, not very friendly.
It depends on. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll wake you up if I have to leave.
Okay, that's thank you. It's great. Cool. And then I'll sit beneath one of the trees that seems to be amenable, and will close my eyes and attempt to fall asleep or meditate myself into a dreaming, sleepy state.
That sounds fantastic. I'm going to, before we, what I think we'll do there is have you lift the veil. I think that would be interesting. And before we do that, I'd like to bounce over here to Mateo. So Mateo, you see Iskri, Zlas decided to dream beneath the trees. You're finishing up your junkware maneuver, and you now feel this odd like frequency modulator here starting to integrate with all of your other senses. What is it that you would like to do, Mateo?
Well, yeah, I think I'm like looking around and just kind of scoping out this place with all the trees. And are the Jawas, are they still hanging out here, or did they get run off?
They got permission from Iskri that as long as they don't mess with the trees anymore, that they can stay. And now, of course, Otachaka, the little portly one, was told that it can't take any of the pieces of the tree, so it grabbed some of the branches that it stuffed into its pockets, threw it down, and huffed off, and now is kind of just working on some kind of recalibrating some kind of little like carburetor type device. But the other Jawa are just sitting, and they're sitting on the like mossy substance at the feet of the trees. They're still here.
Okay, nice. So I think maybe I'm gonna I kind of like Otachaka's spirit. I think I'm gonna go over to him and see if I can like help him with this carburetor that he's been working on, and I think I'm just gonna kind of like try and take in all that's happened. You know, I think I'm gonna just kind of be like wondering like, all right, what's going on with this? You know, these crazy dreams that I've been having. And is this, you know, this threat of these shadows that seem to be taking away what could be the goal that I've been looking for all along, this full integration, right? To like transcend being a mere human, you know, it and these like weird shadow creatures that I've seen like walking in and out of people. I'm just like, I think I'm just gonna maybe like kind of meditate a bit, you know, and you know, with Otachaka, and see if I can like think of something that I could use to you know, I don't know, address this really weird situation that I've come into.
That is fascinating. I think Otachaka will probably grumble a little bit. He'll ask a lot of questions about the silence because it seems to be something he's not familiar with. And it helps to unlock perhaps a bit for you. So I could see one of two moves applying here. You could go with a more general lift the veil, but it also feels a little bit like you're trying to analyze. And analyze gives you some specific questions. You may want to glance at those questions and see if any of those feel like they might apply to where you are angling with Mateo right now.
Yeah. So let's see. Actually, I think so. I think some of those questions will definitely apply to what I want to do.
Cool. All right. Well, good. Let's have you go ahead. What emotion are you rolling with?
Well, of course I want to roll with scared, and I think I can say that I'm scared that I'm like on the precipice of something of what I've always wanted, but that it might be lost to me. So I don't want it to let it get away. So I'm gonna roll scared. Let's see then. All right, and I think my scared's a +1, but I'm gonna. Oh, we cleared all the dice. I'll get 2 more. Okay.
Sorry, I knew there were some dice that wouldn't be used, so I thought I'd clear them to get things started fresh.
All right, I rolled a 7, and I'm pretty sure I got a +1 for scared. I'm gonna.
Cool.
All right, so I'm 1 away from spiking, and and I get rid of that powerful one. Okay, so yeah, that would be.
You asked 2.
All right then. So the first question I'm going to ask is, what is my enemy's true position? And I'm thinking these like shadow or, whatever the threat is to this like dreams of integration that Zlas seems to have bestowed upon me.
You utilizing this frequency adjuster, you're able to find kind of imagining in an almost analog way. It's as if you're twisting a dial on an old radio, right? And you find that station that goes from a low hum to a squelch to catching on to that one particular band. And you can feel them. There are 3. You feel one of them in specifics has the same, like each of them have their own solitary hum. And one of them you can almost recognize as the one that you saw at the market that took over Diago. And you feel them. They are close. In fact, you feel them underneath your feet. Somehow they are beneath the Addisonian trees of memory. They are near, and it's as if something has alerted them, as if they are coming towards something, like not like moths to a flame as much as predators on a hunt.
Okay. And I think my other question, actually, so I'm wondering, what do you think? I could, some of these questions might be useful now, but some could also be useful like in a moment later on with them. But maybe I should just like go ahead and spend one now, and I can analyze the situation again as I want in the future, right?
Yeah, this and I technically, like me, my technical mind, when I think of these moves, if it says it's hold, then you can kind of ask the question later, but it says ask. So based on that vernacular, I think you need to burn it now. But I'm not opposed to you analyzing later when the situation changes.
Okay. Now then, which is interesting. How are they vulnerable to me?
The silence, being the silence, they are vulnerable to you because you have the ability to emit sudden, high frequency sounds. And just like how mad and peaceful, right? If you tick one of those boxes, it takes down the other. Because you have their frequency, you can kind of find the oral opposite of that. And you could likely cause them pain, drive them away, just like you can bring them to you. So basically, by your specific like your pauldron that you've created, as well as your ear display unit, you can pitch it in and you can use that to easily do harm to them and hurt them. That's how.
Okay, nice. Excellent. Then, yeah, I think I think then I will like maybe go to. Is Lost already asleep under the tree at this point?
I don't know, how quickly does Lost fall asleep normally?
Well, if he starts meditating, that I think he's pretty quick at getting into the dream space.
Okay.
So
He's not tossing and turning or anything.
Maybe Mateo just notices Lost has like drifted off to sleep and is thinking, well, I think maybe Lost is going to need rest while he can get it. And I think Mateo will just continue to sit with Otachaka and work on this work on these devices and just like keep an eye on things and just kind of be prepared.
Nice. I have a little bit for Otachaka, but let me jump over to Iskri and check in with them. So you see that Mateo is chatting with the odious Jawa. Zlas has received your permission to take a nap. You are here amongst the trees, and Naomi, your friend. What do you want to do, Iskri?
So I took this new move as my advance.
Ooh.
When you consume essence to interact with, that's the wrong one. When you channel your essence into the natural world through touch, be it plants, animals, anything that is a product of the earth, et cetera, but here's the options. Your senses extend through it as though you were part of it. You feel what they feel, hear what they hear, etc. You may treat it as though it were a named NPC for the purposes of moves, or choose one of the states your homeland elicits within you and spike out one of them within the target. So I'm thinking that like the way this new advance happens is that maybe some of those trees have started to become sentient, and like I decide like, oh, okay, this one's looking kind of pitiful since Otachaka like took some branches off of it, and I go to like feed it so some emotions, and wait, this is different.
Nice. That is cool. How much essence does Iskri have at the moment?
That is a good question. Oh, I only have one. Cool.
Okay. Don't forget you can
Oh wait, actually, yeah, that is the way I nourish it, is to feed it.
So you may have to do the nourish and then use that to pump up the mother.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Move to move.
Cool.
It's like roll to hit and roll damage, guys, except different.
Yep. Oh, that's cool. That's a 10.
That is awesome. So you attempt to nourish your homeland, roll on a 10 plus, choose 2.
Let me look at this. All right. So
and what emotion were you rolling with?
Oh, that is a good question. What are my options? I think probably powerful, because this is like a thing I was confident that I could do until something went a little weird. And even then it's like it's weird in a good way, because we've been trying, like hoping that they would become sentient, right? So I think that's powerful, which means I get to check 1 in powerful and remove 1 from scared. Also, powerful is a 0, so it doesn't change the score.
Okay, cool. Good. That is fantastic. So what 2 choices are you making from nourish?
Wait, where is that?
You halt the erosion where it stands for a time. You begin to restore what's already gone, or you gain 2 essence.
I'm going to gain 2 essence, since that was what I was trying to do here. And I think what I'm trying to do is restore what's already gone.
Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay, let me hold on to that, because I have a little bit of something that I may want to offer up there. Let's see being a green mother then, and then we're going to jump over to Sloss.
Okay. Let's see, what do I need to? I need to roll for that too. Yes. Whoops. And spend an essence on it. So, okay. Oh, hey, that's another 10. It's a different 10, but it's a. Oh,
awesome.
Okay, what I think I'm still powerful here because I think this is hopeful, which is in powerful. So
So you were at 1, and then you added 2 essence. So you just spent
So
1
now
essence on that.
yeah.
Level, so you're down to 2. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So being a green mother, on a 10 plus, you get to choose 2 of those options that you listed out for us earlier. What are you interested in?
Okay, so I want to extend my senses through this like trees, and I guess this particular tree and any tree it's connected to, if it is connected to any, which I don't know that they are connected to each other yet. And I don't really. What am I? I don't really want to spike out sad or joyful. So I think, what was my other one?
Treat it as though it were a named NPC for the purpose.
Sure, that sounds good.
Wow, that is wicked, and that's an ongoing thing. Like, so you now have a connection, being a green mother, to the trees that, as far as you know, no other Addisonian has.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. You connect with this tree, you sift through the many memories. You feel that this tree is hundreds of years old. You are able, through its memories, to experience when it existed on your homeworld. And through it, you get those flashes of insight into the place that has been lost to you for many years. Are they baby trees, or?
I mean, they're clones of the.
Okay, cool.
So they would probably have some of the. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll say that it reaches back. That most of the memories are those that the Addisonians have fed it. So there are secondhand memories of your homeworld, but then within their DNA, kind of on a very base level, there are those memories of your homeworld as well. Thank you for that clarification. I don't want to. I'd like to stick with what we've established. So yes, that's what you are sensing. I'm going to jump over to Zlos. You have fallen asleep very quickly, and you reach out through these memories as you sleep through. How do you lift the veil? What emotion are you rolling with?
I think I have to look at the whole thing. What emotions? I might go with... Oh, wait, there's hopeful. Yeah, I'm hopeful that I will find something interesting here.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm confident. I usually am kind of confident. I'm using these 2 pretty dice here.
All right, you're rolling with powerful.
I'm rolling with powerful.
Whoa!
Wow! Oh, wow, okay. That's not bad. It's a 14.
Nice. Don't forget to check powerful if you haven't already. With a 14 on lift the veil.
Yeah.
Let's see. You try to pierce the constant illusion of the veil, search for information, recall something you may already be privy to. Roll. On a 10 plus, the MC will give you good detail. Was there anything in specific? There's something that I most definitely want to share with you, but is there anything in specific that you were looking for to unlock among the dreams?
I want to find out. Well, obviously, I think what I want to know is how to wake these trees up, how to bring them back to kind of what Iskri's just done, how to bring them back to sentience, and because I need to do that with my own tree, of course.
Nice. You see the power in Iskri, their ability as a green mother, growing, fledgling, but still strong, like a young sapling that will become a great tree. And you know, Zlos, that they are the pathway. They are perhaps the most important Addisonian left, and that you need to protect them, and by doing so, you can learn yourself, and you can take a move from another playbook to heal the
Oh,
tree that is yours.
true.
While focusing on Iskri and coming to understand and discover what it is that they can do, you see a memory within the tree under which you sleep. It's a memory that Iskri has fed to it. In this memory, you see Iskri and Naomi. This is a memory that Iskri lost to the tree. Bethany, this memory of Iskri and Naomi, and again, this was not one that Iskri chose to give up, but it is a memory that Naomi still holds and knows that Iskri has lost. What is it that Loss sees between the two of them?
Wow, okay.
Do you want me to jump away, give you a moment?
Yeah.
Cool. Totally cool. All right. Awesome. So that is a memory that we will see in just a moment. Let's jump over to Mateo. So you had this bit of conversation, did some discovery, and as you are sitting there chatting with Oda Chaka, you guys fix that carburetor, and he puts it aside, and then he pulls out this little puck and pulls up a little HoloNet report, and you see a report on the loss of the second Death Star. It's a spliced feed. It's not on any of the official HoloNet channels, and it appears to be coming from a broadcaster who considers themselves part of the New Republic broadcasting system. And
what? The New Republic broadcasting system?
I know. And
What
Oda Chaka is like, he touches it a couple times, and you see Albeck comes on. It's like a little subtitle thing because he, Oda Chaka, and he knows basic, like common from D&D, the basic language that everybody uses, but he prefers to read Albeck for when people are talking with strong accents. He mumbles to himself. But in the report, it is shared that not only was Emperor Palpatine on the second Death Star, but so was that nefarious Darth Vader. And this young reporter excitedly announces the death of both of them.
Oh my God. I thought Darth Vader surely would have escaped. Oh my God. Mateo is like, oh, that can't be true. I mean, Darth Vader was the perfect physical form. I mean, he was able to get off there. He was able to sense that something was wrong. He was able to move quickly enough and surely enough to get out of there. This report is wrong. I don't believe it.
Oda Chaka says, maybe. I heard that he got off the first Death Star before it blew up.
Exactly. He made it off. He's out there. He's strong. He's a man and machine. He's a perfect form. No, he's out there. Here, give me that. I want to take the radio and start like adjusting it, and like let me see. There's got to be like another channel here. Surely there's some other news. I think I want to try my the thing speak to see if I can like find some other like information on this radio. This like
Awesome. And I kind of imagine, I'm sorry, I just have to do this, but I totally imagine Oda Chaka like grabbing one of those branches and he like starts beating you like Yoda did in the Empire, like, give me back my puck.
Stop it.
Cool. So things speak. When you handle or examine an object of particular interest to you, roll. What are you rolling with?
Okay. Well, I'm definitely terrified that Darth Vader is actually dead, and that my whole like thesis that he's like an ideal form is kind of a little bit undermined here. So definitely scared.
All right. When you
that will spike me.
Yes.
See, what do I got? Bing. I got and that'll bump me up to a 10. before I get spiked. I will mark that I'm spiked. And then let's see. So, oh wait, that's funny. My little thing is not like spike. Oh, I put an X there. Okay. So let's see that. What is that thing? Speak move. Let me look that up again. Oh wait, that's right. It's on the character. I keep forgetting that this character has all kinds of hidden delight.
No, it's like it's a very dense character sheet, and I think whoever designed this did a really good job of putting everything in there. But there is a lot.
Let's see. When you handle or examine a particular object of interest to you on a 10, let's see. I can ask 3 questions. So let's see. What is wrong with this, and how might I fix it?
Oh, much to your dismay, there is very little wrong with this. Perhaps a few tweaks you could use to improve it, but this feed is not something that's been modulated. Now, are they telling the truth? That's hard to tell from this device. It is only a throughput. So you could upgrade this to give it a stronger read on the HoloNet feeds, but it's doing its job.
Wow. All right. I want to ask, for what purpose were you created? What is the purpose of this feed? Maybe like, what is this for public broadcasting, New Republic broadcasting all about?
Ooh, interesting. So you're kind of looking through the device. That is fascinating. This New Republic broadcast reporter is frantically trying to spread the truth as they know it, to give hope to people who may be oppressed by the Empire as it still clutches the galaxy. And that is what this person wants. We'll go ahead. We should probably name the reporter. So let me jump over, and their name is Esley Terra.
Esley. And I'm going to ask then, who do you belong to?
Ooh, who do you belong to? The device, of course, the device belongs to Zetjex. Otachaka stole it from him. But Esley, she is here on Coruscant. That's why you're able to pick up the feed.
Okay.
She belongs to Granny Fixit.
She really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, Granny Fixit. That's my cybernetic technology mentor.
Mm-hmm.
What have I? Do I think maybe I've like met or heard of Esley before? Is it possible I know something about Esley?
Esley is like the adopted child of Granny Fixit.
Oh my God! So I must recognize Esley's voice. I'm just like, wait a minute. I've like heard like, Granny go and talk to Esley and tell her, dinner's gonna be ready soon, but I have to keep working on this thing that I'm fixing with Mateo, right?
Right.
Like I'm like, what? Esley? Oh my God. This is crazy. Otachaka, this is nuts. Like my whole world's turning upside down. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my God. And Esley, I hope Esley's not going to be in danger being part of this New Republic thing. That sounds very dangerous. I hope she's all right.
And then the feed changes, and she said,
trouble.
And she says, Esley furiously, she says, and this is live footage from the forest moon of Endor. And you see there's like a bunch of rebellion soldiers there. And then there's this funeral pyre. And you see Darth Vader's armor. And they light it on fire.
Oh my God. No. No! No!
All these like little teddy bear animals that are dancing around, singing. It's very bizarre.
Oh my God. Oh, it's just. Oh,
Otachaka stops hitting you with a
what I've
branch. He
done?
reaches up and pats your shoulder.
Otachaka, what? I mean, there's got to be. What does this mean? I mean, how
You're
can
not getting
anything
scrounged
have
off of that.
certainty,
Fire destroys
Otachaka?
that tech.
Oh, oh, oh. My whole world's falling apart. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Should I talk to Granny? Should I talk to Zlas? I don't. Otachaka. You don't understand, do you, Otachaka? You don't know what I'm talking about. You don't understand that the world is falling apart, do you?
Ah,
Oh,
your tech is good. You'll be okay.
I shove the radio
That
back at
helmet.
Otachaka, and I get up and I walk off. My pauldron is kind of a little bit awkward because I'm not used to it, and it probably kind of like brushes against Otachaka a little bit awkwardly as I'm standing up and sort of charge off. And I think I head over to Zlas to see if Zlas is awake yet.
Cool. So as you get up and start to head over to Zlas Mateo, you see that Iskri, they're kind of communing with the spirits, and Naomi stands nearby, a hand on Iskri's kind of on Iskri's back, trying to pray or share memories, taking part in the best way she knows how, is lost asleep. And then you hear in the distance down the corridors, the systematic ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk of the regular lighting system being shut down.
Whoa.
And then the lights that help to feed kind of the normal nutrients here, they also shut down as the power on this entire level has been shut off. There's a little bit of ambient light from the moss that was grown here that has this kind of glow to it. But yeah, that happens as you walk over to Zlas. What do you do?
I'm gonna tap on my EUD and be like, okay, what's happening? Is this the Imperials? Is this the Silence? What's doing this? What's going on?
Your EUD says, I'm sorry to inform you that Sate Pisage has shut off all of the power to this level due to rebellious elements who have not been quelled.
Damn it.
It's best if we exit this area.
Where's there still power? Where's a good place for us to take refuge?
Oh, nice. I think you might want to analyze because
yeah,
you could end up knowing your best way in, out, way past.
That makes sense. Let's see. And so since I'm asking my EUD, I'm going to do this at a -1 now because it's like compromised from my last junkware, I believe.
Yep. And so this will take off that -1. What emotion are you using? Your spiked emotion, which allows you to remove one of your checks?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say I'm scared. So let's see. Now, do I remove this? Oh, okay, yeah. So I remove that check. Okay. So then I'll roll flat with the. Wait, I get a +1 for being scared, right? And a -1, and -2 for any other emotion that I roll with.
Correct. So you have a +1 from scared, a -1 from junkware, so you're rolling flat.
Okay. I got a 9.
Oh, nice.
I've been rolling really well this game.
I know. It's great. I can't wait till stormtroopers show up and you start rolling 3.
Yeah. Okay.
7 to 9, he gets 2 questions.
All right. So yeah, what is my best way?
Oh yeah, you should go up. You should go up, but you should not go to the surface, because going down has you running into the Silence. Staying here means that the Imperials could show up. Going up, but not to the surface, will give you some place where you could hide. Granny Fix's shop is 1 level below, as is Viscosity, the bar. So a few of our established places are available to you if you want to try to DDMO.
Okay. So those would be okay. So those would be like reasonable places to go. And then is it Zlos's workshop is down here though? Is that right? So I get
It's maybe a bit unclear.
sanctuary?
It's not up
It's kind of
there.
mysterious where it is.
It's between. I think it's
on floor
pretty
68
clearly.
and 1/4.
Yeah.
But maybe I sense that that's not one of the safer places to try and get to right now. It's what it seems like. Okay, and then I think the other question I'm going to ask is, which enemy is the biggest threat?
Oh, most definitely the silence.
Okay. All right. So by the moss light, I'm going to say, I feel like my EAD should have a name. How about Becky?
Okay, there we
That's
go.
not a very Star Warsy name, though. How about Bex?
Oh, that's great. I love it.
So I say thanks, Bex, and then I go by the glowing moss light over to Naomi and Iskri, and I say, "This is really dangerous here. We need to get away. We need to get lost and get out of here. We should go back up to the surface. Let's go to velocity, viscosity."
Bethany? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I we should warn the Jawas and lock up here and then go. And I think I'm a little bit like, kind of disoriented because I just saw something end. So actually this isn't so much answering the question as it is asking a question. I think the memory has something to do with the silence. Like, I think the silence has maybe been here before or been here a lot. Like, maybe, maybe this is like, that maybe they've been lurking around here all along or something. And the thing I've forgotten is, like, we saw them once, maybe the first time they were here, and we saw something about them, and I don't know anything about the silence out of character, so I don't know what it is we saw.
Cool. So let's look at Zlos, because Zlos creates them to a degree, that playbook for the onomastic. Let's see here. So they have no faces. They're shadows or pure light, and we went with shadows. And they come and go impossibly, which I think is an awesome way to describe how somebody comes and goes. And yeah, that's what has been discovered. So you have a memory that Zlos discovers, and I think thermal memory. That's awesome.
Isn't it?
I think the memory that you see is you see this. You, Iskri, and Naomi discovered what looked like a transmitter device that seems to be where the silence comes from.
Oh, so they need these devices to come and go impossibly.
Yes.
Oh.
And Zlos, you get to see that memory.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Oh,
Yes.
Now I want to tie this into the secret Addisonian communication network transmitters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? They've been using that. Like, they've changed their frequency, that they can now also use the Addisonian network to travel.
Oh,
So
that's scary.
they're kind of piggybacking on your transmitter net. Oh, that's nice. That's a dilemma now. Wow, I like that.
Oh my God. Well, we established in the very beginning during character generation, I think that Mateo can eavesdrop on the Anasoda
Yeah.
communications as well.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
not a secure communication network. I hate to tell you, Iskry.
No, it is not. It is fantastic. What a cool bit of discovery there. That was
Yeah,
well
this was cobbled together by 20 refugees, none of whom were experts in cybersecurity. So
nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Good. So yeah, Mateo has come to you, Iskry, and told you that there's some trouble, and I think that pulls you away enough from the Green Mother actions that you're taking to become aware that all the lights are off here, the grow lights, the lights outside the corridor, everything, all the power.
it's a bad sign. They do this when they're about to raid a place. They've done this to Viscosity before, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think okay, let's you speak, you can talk to the Jawas, warn them, tell them to hide. I'm gonna make this place as secure as possible, and then we gotta get out of here. Yeah, Viscosity, they've been to Viscosity and they've already left, so maybe they've already ruled that out. That seems like probably the safest place to go right now.
Okay.
One of the Jawas, I think Zetjek says, "Houdini!" And all the Jawas run over and they grab their packs and they crawl into this little tiny duck that's just small enough for a child. And they're getting out.
Biota Chaka.
Wow, that looks big enough for maybe a rat to...
Yeah.
I swear they shrank before they climbed into there.
Yeah, they're like mice. They can get into holes that seem like their heads wouldn't fit through. I don't know how they do it.
That explains how they got in here. And just start, trying to, roll down any doors in this old warehouse thing I could find. And
cool.
Yeah, it's true. Their bodies are maybe way smaller than their robes.
When you are aware of and act to avoid imminent danger, say how you do it and roll.
Cool.
You are making a risk move.
Yes. I think I'm scared.
That seems
I am. Oops, that's the wrong. Oops, I just clicked on Zlas is scared, not mine. That's fine.
You made Zlas scared.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's a 5. Even with my +1 scared.
Yeah, even with help, you're pretty much host. That's awesome. So you are shutting down, kind of dropping gates and everything, and trying to make sure that this. Maybe you even have like a holographic sprayer that kind of sprays up and digitizes to make this look like an empty thing, and you're trying to get it to flip on when a pair of shafts of light come down the corridor, and you hear the voice of a stormtrooper. Hey, what are you doing in there?
Shit, hide, and looking, kind of get out of the doorway because I'm sure blaster bolts are going to follow these light, and start looking for a way out, and Zlas, wake up, we gotta leave now.
And we hear blaster bolts. You get to wake up to Iskry shaking you, Zlas, and the sound of blaster bolts flying through the air. Mateo, you see the stormtroopers just moments before those lights appear. What are you doing? The Jawas have taken off. You know how to get out of here, but it looked like Iskry was staying behind. You're out of this. If you don't want to be hurt, you're done. You are good. You can act on that and be gone.
And Zlas? Is Zlas still asleep under the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it now? I'm. Or does Zlas? And if I shake you, what do you do, Zlas? Can I wake you up?
Sabine, you're talking on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to unmute myself,
Okay.
but my touchpad is a bit uncooperative. So I think Iskri just woke me up. That would be weird time-wise.
Okay. Okay. Iskri woke you up. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
As
So
you
you're
move
up.
over and you
Okay.
see Iskri's waking up Zlas and you're there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. We got, wait. Okay. Now I'm a little bit confused. So, okay. So Iskri was, okay. So Iskri woke up Zlas and then was trying to shut things down.
Well, so Mateo, so the way I see it sequencing, Mateo said, "Hey, there's trouble. We need to get out of here." You knew a way to get out. The Jawas took off. Iskri started kind of protecting the trees, like dropping gates and closing up various ways. And then Iskri had a little emitter that would allow them to kind of paint the veil effectively here to hide the trees. But before they could activate it, the stormtroopers came in, and as the blaster bolts were about to fire, Iskri was jumping down to try to wake up Zlas. So maybe Mateo got like half in a corridor and was about to get out and saw that maybe a Jeffrey's tube.
So there is another way out other than where the stormtroopers are coming in from.
Yes, that was from your previous like best way out. You've got that.
Okay, and so then I want to try and help Iskri and Zlas, and I assume Naomi is hanging out with Iskri still. To join me. Is that, what would that look like? I mean, are they going to have to like run through, like blaster fire from these stormtroopers or something? Like, what's going on?
I think we need to do a risk for sure. Yeah. So let's have you, if you want to lead them out of here, you're taking the risk on yourself because you're not really trying to neutralize a threat, right? You're just
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll like basically, like kind of dodge some blasters. Luckily, stormtroopers don't have very good aim, and like try and round everybody up and be like, this way.
Awesome. Now, because you're acting on the analyze, you'll get a +1 on this maneuver.
Oh yeah,
I would like to help.
That's probably a good idea.
Because I want to use that thermal boomerang, even if it's just for even if it's just to throw a bit of a spanner into the stormtroopers' works when they're coming in and blasting, and I'm throwing that weird little half moon thing at them, and they have to duck away and maybe take a bit of cover, and then it returns to me, and we can run out.
I totally hear one of the stormtroopers like, "Was that a boomerang?" I don't know. I've only seen those on holos. Awesome. So Mateo, let's get your risk. First, though, I think Zlas should roll help or hinder, so you know what your modifier is.
Okay.
What emotion is Zlas feeling?
To roll for this, right?
Yeah.
I am a bit confused, I guess, because I just got woken up and have all these informations in my head now, and now there are these stormtroopers. I guess I'm mad. Yeah, these guys, they are getting in the way, and I have to talk to these other two persons and not have to contend with those stupid stormtroopers. Like, can't they just stay out of things for a bit? Damn it. So I'm rolling my 8 Mateo thing here, and I have an 8.
Okay, that gives a +1 to Mateo, but you're exposed as well. So yeah, both of you guys might get hurt doing this. If Mateo doesn't get a 10+, there's going to be some pain.
Okay. So Mateo is like kind of seeing this, like, this really bold move to try and save his friends, and he's still reflecting on this, like, denial that Darth Vader couldn't do it. He's like, no, cybernetics, human integration is the way. And I think Mateo is feeling really daring, like, I'm going to show them. And he's daring, but daring is joyful, which means I'm going to roll a -2.
Oh, this is going to be great. Okay.
Let's see what
That's right, because you get the +1 from Zlas, or +1 from the analyzed, and the -2 from rolling against a spiked out. So here we go.
All right, and 7.
Ooh.
Sweet. All right. So you grab Zlos, Iskri, and Naomi all come out. Here is what I'm going to give you. I'm like, should I give it to the main roller or to the person who helped? There will be a total of 5 harm that is done to the 4 of you. And so
Mateo like, I think he would, willing.
you're kind of
to take
roboting a little bit, Walter. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Can you hear me?
You sound a bit like Mateo when he's in the middle of maintenance.
No.
So I'm borrowing a thing from Night Witches because I think it's brilliant. I'm saying there's 5 harm. You split it among the 4 as you see fit. Oh, wait.
I think he might be frozen.
Okay. Hear me now?
Water?
Can you?
A bit.
Frozen? Oh, no.
You're still going in and out.
All right.
You want to drop and rejoin?
Okay.
Cool. We'll be taking a break, but I didn't want to take a break in the middle of this move. But like 5 harm, split it among you. I stole that from Night Witches. It's the best. I love that so much. That was one of my favorite like little things of like, damn, why has no one ever used this or thought of this? Jason Morningstar, you're so smart.
Hi. Does that better?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Funny, I don't know what happened.
It happens. So to make sure, in case of roboting for you, I'm saying that.
No, I heard everything fine. That was the weird
cool.
thing. Like all of you, I could totally hear and see everything. It wasn't like even a little bit off for me. But obviously from your reactions, I could tell that my end wasn't coming through. So let's see. I think what I was saying when you said I was roboting was that Mateo was feeling like very like superhero-y and bold at this time, and I think he would probably like be willing to like take on some extra damage to like shield his friends. That's kind of the like place that he's in right now.
Nice. That's so cute. Do you have armor? You do not have armor. What? You need to have cybernetic armor. Come on.
Well, I have a little cybernetic. I have like armor for 1, I think.
Oh, I didn't see it in the armor level. Is it down in your gear?
Oh, yeah, it's in my gear. I didn't like.
Oh, that's okay.
The armor level. Where I don't even know where that is. Oh, there it is. Armor. Okay, yeah, I have a 1 armor. I just put it in.
There you go. 1 armor in there. It's right there. I could have moved that up for you. Okay, so that's 5 harm that's coming through. 1 of your armor eats it. So that's 4 harm coming to you. That would move you down quite a bit. Are you going to eat all of this, or how much are you handing off to your friends?
Wow. Let's see. So how does that go then? So it picks up like light, moderate, and then critical. I mean, maybe I'll go all the way up to moderate and hand off 1 to a friend.
You can hand up 1 to me because I have armor. And also, I got involved in the fight with my boomerang shenanigans.
Okay. There you go. That's what you get for getting involved. You get to eat a little bit of harm, but your armor will eat that out.
So I'm 2 moderate. What is that? Does that have an effect on me? I would assume it might. Yes, it might.
That's a great question. I think it does not. Hold on. Let me search the thing. Let me see. Yeah, so it goes light, and then 2 boxes of moderate, and 2 boxes of critical. So I may have to look in the main book. Ooh, yep. It does not describe it in just the ref sheets. So let me look up harm. I have the physical book, but Rich is going to pull up the because it's easier to search a PDF.
Yep.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Actually, do you guys want to take break?
Yeah, seems like a good time.
All right, cool. 2 moderate wounds. All right. A moderate wound is more of an issue. You aren't going to die, but it definitely gets in the way of doing things. Broken bones, being shot non-fatal. So it sounds like it's just it's a color, like it affects you, but it doesn't cause any. It may change the fiction of what you can do. So I will need to define how you got moderately wounded. but it doesn't cause necessarily like you have a -1 to anything. It's just one of if you have a broken leg, then running is going to be
Okay, just a fictional thing.
yes,
So,
yes.
okay.
So
But since it's 1 below critical, presumably it's like something
yeah, it's pretty bad.
happened. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Shot in a piece of meat, right? Like in your back.
Oh, really? Not just. I mean, do I have much meat left? There's
what I'm
like
saying. It's
there's like one like sliver of like actual flesh on my back.
part of your
It's not
12% of flesh in
cybernetic.
your lower back near the spinal column there.
Exactly. Oh
And,
no.
and then like Naomi grabs you and you guys go into this Jeffrey's tube and you're quickly moving up the ladder. All the while there's like oil and blood kind of streaming down your back, Mateo.
Oh, I love that the mix is like a mix. There's like dual streams of oil and blood. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, with you guys making your way out, you hear the stormtroopers coming in. Iskri, you know, they see the trees. You didn't get the holo projector up in time. And we will cut there with what's the look on Iskri's face as they realize that
well, a couple of things. One, oh shit. Two, oh shit, because I know, like, because several other people are supposed to we're supposed to meet up with us here.
yeah, they were
So
on
I
their
think like they're frantically trying to warn them, and what with Zlasa's new realization and Mateo listening in, who the hell knows what happens there? But I think right now, like as they're climbing up this ladder, they're trying to send this like, "Hey, don't come here, don't come here."
Nice. Cool. So that'll be our cut, and it's currently 24 after. Let's just meet around 1/2 past. So at least 6 minutes. If you need a minute or two more, nobody's going to worry about it. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Wow, is that your baby dog?
It is. This is Beaker.
Hey, hi.
He says, I'm wearing a sweater because it's very cold, and I have no fur.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute. What's his name?
How old is he?
He is 5 months old. His name is Beaker.
Oh, Beaker, like Muppet?
Uh-huh. Yes. Beaker like the Muppet. Little nerdy guy. It was funny. I went downstairs to get a pop. I came upstairs, and he normally sleeps on our bed while I'm running morning game. And I walked into the bedroom, and he didn't pop his head up to look at me. And I was like, huh, weird. And I stepped out of the bedroom, and I said, hey, Beaker. And he came running from the office. He had come into my office to see me while I was going to the bedroom to see him. So I picked him up. He's now laying in my arm, and he can stay here all day. So I'll just run the game a little bit with him in my arm. All right. Sweet. So we had just seen that Iskri, they'd realized the danger to the trees, to your homeland. All the work that you put forth, you broadcast, try to warn everyone off. You hear a bunch of worried exchanges along. Mateo, you hear all of this as well, right? Because you're able to eavesdrop. And Naomi he totally has Yoda ears.
Can I retcon something?
Yes. What do you want to
Can I say that before we leave? Like maybe like as I see the stormtroopers entering, but before I like get shot, I think I like realize the trees are in danger, and I take out my remote control eyeball and I like leave it somewhere, like a little
that's awesome.
hero cam.
Yes. And I love that. And we haven't gotten to use your removable eye, so that is fantastic. Yeah, you kind of drop the eye in a little place. It can move around, right? Like
it says it's remote. It's detachable remote recording, but unreliable.
Okay, cool. So let's say that it can also like float a little bit, but the movement on it's a little twitchy. So you normally keep it in a stationary place, which is where you placed it right at the last second. Maybe it's a thing where you're going up the ladder and you guys shut the shaft down, and we see that your eye is there. You just have this pocket, right? This dark pocket where your eye once was. Man, you are messed up, Mateo. This is awesome. So yeah, Iskri, Naomi, she says, I want to go back. I want to watch. I need to know if they take the trees. They won't burn them, will they?
I don't know, but there's nothing we can... I don't even know how many there are, but they are well armed. I have no idea how we could stop them. I don't think it doesn't do any good to watch if we can't do anything about it.
Even if they burn the trees, there will still be seeds around, Naomi. This is not lost forever.
Oh, that's awesome. I think you're trying to sway her not to go throw her life away.
No, probably, yeah. And
I can definitely help with that. I jump on to what like Zlas is saying, both because yes, Zlas is right, and I want to think that, and also I really want Naomi to think that.
Damn, I have to use powerful because that's hopeful what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, it is. That is perfect. It has to be.
Yeah, I will spike out on powerful one of these days.
Should I roll help first, or?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I am not powerful. I am scared. And that is, let's see, that's 8 plus scared 9.
Cool. I already rolled. I'm sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
But that's fine. I mean, I got a 10, but still appreciate it.
Nice. So, sorry, what was the end result of the roll?
10, 11, even.
Nice. Cool. So that is fantastic. On a 10 plus with sway, they'll do it and choose one. So you get to... On a hit, they'll do it. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Wait, on a hit, they'll do it. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. Oh, so you have to choose one anyway. Cool. So on the sway, I'll drop the options in if you don't have it.
Oh, I have it. It's on the basic moves, right?
It is.
Somewhere here, down there. I
Sway.
found it. Okay. Cool. And if they do it and choose one. Okay. You're gonna owe them some serious credit. Your own obligation is in question now. You're gonna give them something now instead of later. You need to do them a favor first. You need to give a piece of yourself to them, body or heart. Ha. Oh wow. Okay. I think I will give a piece of myself to them, but of my heart, and I will say to her that I will tell her a secret. I think that should.
Okay.
I will tell her that I have one of their trees, and it's not very high, but it is better now since. Oh wait, she was there, right? When
I don't think she maybe sensed it, so you can give her more if you want.
okay. Yeah. I will tell her another secret that I have more of these seeds, which I previously denied, but
yeah, that will be enough for Naomi to continue climbing, and she looks down. I imagine you guys are climbing up this ladder, as long shafts, that branches off to different corridors and the like, and she keeps glancing down to the one she knows where you guys have left the trees behind. Mateo,
I will throw an apologetic glance at Iskri because I told her that I think I fibbled a bit on that and didn't answer the question.
Yeah, maybe a little fibble there. That is awesome. Where do you guys end up, Mateo? Do you want them? Where do you want this to end up? Where are we going?
It feels appropriate that we end up back at Viscosity.
All right, rock on. Cool. You come into Viscosity. You see that the place. Sorry, dog started sniffing something, and I was worried that. But anyway, when you head back into Viscosity, you see that it is nearly empty. That who did Iskri put in charge of the place when Iskri was gone?
Nobody?
Nina left, and then Iskri just kind of left.
Yeah, just kind of left. I mean,
so I think Balam would probably take over.
That makes sense.
Because the stormtroopers showed up. You see their scoring marks from blaster bolts along one wall. Balam, you know what? No, Balama wouldn't be here. I think Fiend Selah, if you look in the NPCs, he is in column E, row 5 through 7. He's a Bothan. Those are like the kind of lion-headed creatures. Fiend Selah is behind the bar, kind of. Balam is gone. And I think this Dia is here, but Sero is not. And then a few other folks are here. I think Duan Yan has gone back because he's gone back to speak with his wife because of his lost his help with his dreams there. So, yeah, those are the two folks that you guys recognize.
But the guy running the bar right now is a barfly.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
That's
he decided to just help himself, and as long as he's back there, he'll serve other people.
Yep, pretty much exactly. Yep.
Nice. So, wow, I see, and I think I go up to Dia and I kind of slump down next to her with the blood and some grease still running on the chair, and I say, Dia, I think I could use your help. Look, there's a bit of a situation, and look, I need you to help me clear out a room remotely of stormtroopers and lock it down. Can you help me do that?
Yeah, of course. You look pretty carked up.
Yeah, I show her the blaster bolt on my back.
Is that Ruvu? Did she come after you?
Oh God, I haven't even thought about Ruvu. God, I've got bigger problems than Rubu. Let me just put it that way. Look, yeah, I think this is an emergency. I go to my my remote eye and I like put it up on like a holoscreen or something that I can share, and so that Dia and I can both look at what's happening in the room of trees right now.
Nice. You see that there is a squad of stormtroopers. Squads are usually 6. There's one with the orange shoulder pad, a 7th, like a sergeant. And you also see that they kind of move out of the way as a person wearing a mask. Kind of looks like, if you want to look at the NPCs in places, like row 20 under C. Looks a little bit like that.
Oh no!
If they all move out of the way and this one walks in,
Would the stormtroopers move out of its way?
Yes.
So I would recognize this as like the mask of a silence that I saw before taking over Diago's body.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And you see it walk up and it places its hand on a piece of bark, and the bark starts to twist and blacken and warp, and you can tell that it's drawing some of that energy.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I wanna try and get Dia to help me do something to make them, to drive them away. See if we can, like, I don't know, maybe like hack the systems in that room to like create a sonic vibration or something to try and do this remotely. Does that seem possible?
There's one of those transmitters in there. We know that. And I mean, Mateo might perceive them.
Yeah, that's true. Because Iskri had that holo transmitter that she was trying to activate.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. How do you think we should go about that? Is that like a roll or?
Yeah, she says, I can. She seems out of sorts. Like normally she's flirtatious and bon vivant. And you recognize now, like you came in all like, I've got to do a thing. Yeah. And it's that quiet as you've asked the question. And now she has to answer, and you can tell she's just a little uncertain. And you also realize you've never seen her without Sero, and except when they've broken up, which is like for a week or whatever.
Like, Dia, are you all right? What's going on?
Troopers came in. They took Balam, and they found out Sero had a holdout blaster, and they roughed him up, and they threw binders on him, and I got so scared, and I didn't do anything. I just sat there and I let it happen. And you made the spice mines at Kessel, or?
I'm sorry, Dia. Look, we'll get him back. We'll get back at them. I know Sero means so much to you. He's my friend too. Look, I promise we'll get him back, okay?
Let's see if you can sway her out of her funk here to take some action against the stormtroopers that terrified her so she did nothing.
Okay. So let's see. All right. So would that be, you want to do that this way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering, it seems like we could also maybe go toward like a C moment or something, or even an obligation seems good. Let's see. So,
yeah, there's obligations as a result of that. So I think that we definitely will be ending to obligation.
Okay, cool. So interesting. Let's see. So I cleared my spike state for using that other ability or that other state for the last roll. So now I can roll with anything. But I think I'm feeling like I don't know, like I'm trying to find like the right thing on here, but I think like I want to be like consoling, right? Like these are people I've known for a long time, and I want to help them out be gosh, I'm not seeing the right word. All right, I should just pick something then because I'm not seeing the word that I want. I think maybe like loving, right? I guess that's a peaceful, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with peaceful then, which is what is that for me? It's probably horrible for me. Let's see, what is my peaceful? It is yeah, it's -1. I love this game. All right. So all right, so I'm gonna roll my consoling, which is not something I'm good at, and I got an 8, still squeak through a 7. All right.
Nice. All right, on a 7, on a hit, they do it. And on a 7 to 9, you need to choose 2 options from the sway move. Sway is on the moves in LV, down on row 48.
Yeah. So, all right. So choose 2. Let's see. I'm going to owe them some serious cred. That doesn't feel appropriate. You own obligation. See, my obligation is in question. So meaning like any obligation I might have had on them. Let's see, you're going to need to give them something now instead of later. That seems appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, you need to give a piece of yourself to them, body or heart. That definitely seems appropriate.
Nice. Cool. So if you give them some, like if you offered her some cred, she could use it to try to pay down any fines to help free Saros. So that could make some sense.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know if I have cred. I haven't looked at that
product.
Yeah,
you do. You have 3 cred.
I have 3 cred. All right. These are like abstracted 3. Like 1 cred is worth a lot of.
And like, yeah, 1 cred is thousands of credits in Star Wars parlance. Although, as we know from The Mandalorian, once the Empire falls, Imperial credits aren't worth as much, supposedly.
Okay. Inflation. Yeah, that's the thing.
There's literally.
Can you see the light dawning on my
Imperial credits? Sorry, I just love that moment. It was really exciting to me. Anyway, I'm done. You talk.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I just noticed the sun is shining on my face. It just came over the horizon on California time. So yeah. Okay, I can be like, look, I've got some extra cred that I can use. I'm sure we can bail him out. Sarah's going to be fine.
Okay. You know, I was planning on getting blasted out of my gourd now, but I guess work is good. Let's do this.
Excellent.
Yeah. So let's cut to, as you guys start to work on trying to hack and take action, let's cut to Sloss and Iskri. What are the 2 of you doing? Naomi's here. I think she's moved over to ask for a bottle of.
I would like to stop Iskri and Naomi before we go into viscosity.
Oh, okay.
Because Iskri, Naomi, I have something to tell you. I found a memory within the tree while I was dreaming, and I noticed that you have some sort of communication array that you are using amongst yourselves, but I also noticed that the silence is co-opting this. It's using it to move around. So I would be grateful if you were careful with using that when we go into viscosity.
Wait, what's the silence? I've heard you say that before, but what? How is it using us to move around? Also, I just sent a message to.
Oh. Well, they are not after you usually. They are after me. This is they are. I do not know what they are. I've been hunted by them for a while now because of my order. That's why I'm the last of the order. They destroyed it. I think they are after the holocron that you woke up.
Okay. They wouldn't have any way of knowing I was with you right now, would they?
I don't know.
I didn't mention you over the network.
Thank you, but I don't know what they can or cannot do. I just in that memory, you and Naomi were in that garden, and one of them was there, and both of you, I think, and I'm looking at Naomi now, I think both of you noticed that they were doing that. I imagine that was a memory the tree took from you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Jawas, we see there, that's not the first time I've seen them there, but that's the only thing I've seen there. Are you saying that someone's been using our network since whenever that happened?
I don't know. I have only your memory from the tree, and I believe the tree wanted me to show this memory to me because it believed it was important.
You both realize from Zlas saying that out loud that the tree took Iskri's memory of that, but did not take Naomi's. Naomi's never mentioned that the silence is aware of this.
And I'm looking at Naomi now.
I didn't realize what they were. I didn't know they were called the silence thing.
That's what I call them. That's what my order called them. Do you have another name?
I've heard them called the Sith.
Aren't they like Jedi, but aren't they all dead? Are they ghosts?
I don't understand how they move. I was just terrified of them, and when we saw what we saw, I waited to watch to see if something would happen to the trees, and they never hurt anything. I kind of convinced myself it was just a bad dream.
I cannot say if they want to hurt the trees. I know that they did not like my order and what we were doing with the integration of living and mechanical beings into a perfect whole, that they hated that. I have the holocron now. But right now it seems not like I am in a place where we can go on a longer meditative trip. But
there's that tunnel thing Nina has behind the bar.
Yeah, that leads to my sanctuary.
Oh.
You remember where the little tree is?
Yeah. Okay. I did not know that.
Oh, well, it's a pretty...
I thought I knew all the secret passages around here.
It's a pretty much of a warren down there, and I think not everything connects in a strictly physical way.
Okay, yeah.
There's a reason why we are so big on dreams.
Do I need to...
Wait.
Should I turn off
how Yes, it might be advisable, but that's maybe how they move, like they're in a dream. That's why they appear and disappear. I don't know.
And we have like a giant holocube of dreams down there.
Yeah.
That's what we feed the trees.
I know. I think they might be interested. Let's go find Matteo. I think I saw that he hasn't his eye in his socket. So maybe he left it down there.
He's been. He looks. I think he got. It looked like he got hit.
He did. We have to repair him.
Yeah. Yeah.
To repair him.
Definitely.
You must repair him.
It looked like he got hit in the flesh part too. Like that looked like blood, not just oil. It was dark, but
There was, I think, there was some injury to the mechanical part as well. It's very interesting, actually. But we have so much bigger problems. And let's go and talk to him about what's going on with your park or garden down there. If he knows.
Yeah. We got to get him to turn off the whole network. If I'm glad I've already warned them. But we can't have these Sith things, ghosts, whatever, traveling through it or even, talking on it, whatever they do.
Yeah, I think I really need to activate the holocron and look into it. Maybe I can find something. Maybe you talk to Matteo and I do that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go into viscosity now. Because standing on the street doesn't seem advisable.
No, probably not.
No.
I'm looking around for oh right, shit.
Yeah.
Are there any stormtroopers around?
There are no stormtroopers around. In fact, there's almost no one around in this Duracrete street. All the wiser folks have gone home and hunkered down. You guys head in. Before we do that, I just want to make people aware. Healing from harm. The way that the book talks about healing from harm, when you're healing via tech purchased by cred, it heals you by the number associated with it. For example, when you go to a market and you go buy some medical tech, you drop 2 cred, it means that tech will heal 2 harm. Otherwise, you can heal the time to recover and rest up. So they'll get better with time or medicine there. So with that in mind, you head in, and Iskri and Sloss, you're going to look over as Matteo and the Twi'lek by the name of Dia Bonduna are working together, and you're able to see on her data pad the view that they have as they're working on trying to access your holo projector. And yes, Sloss, you recognize a member of the Silence. In Iskri, you see that this shadowy figure has its hand upon one of the trunks of a tree, and it seems to be drawing the dreams into itself.
I'm not looking at the trees right now. I'm looking at the holocron. I have gone to my corner, I guess, where I usually sit around, and then I'm unpacking the holocron, because why not do it in total public? Who cares? Anyway, you have to take risks sometime, and I'm feeling pretty powerful right now anyway.
Awesome. So I think, first of all, let's make sure that I understand holocron. So it's the information you need to find and open the vaults of the Order with the last remaining amounts of knowledge hidden in its recesses. Correct? That's what you chose. I'm just going to lower that font so I can actually read all the words.
That's what I chose, but I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. I don't know, but yeah. Holds the secret of the iconoclasts. Its contents could destroy them. Remains of something ancient. Close the Order we're putting together to a much higher threat, far greater than the iconoclasts. Well, I don't think we need more threats. This is bad enough as it is. I don't know if you want to go and find.
If you want to, do you want to check one of the other options? That's a-okay with me. If there's one you like better.
I'm really thinking that we have about an hour of playtime left. So can I unlock other holocron thingies?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Then I want to unlock the iconoclast thing. Holds the secrets of the iconoclasts. Its contents could destroy them. Woo!
Oh yes. So, you head in. You open up the holocron. It's like before you tried to twist and unlock it this way, and Iskry was able to reshape it and kind of move some of the locks within it so that you were able to turn it and touch it just right. And it opens up like an egg, and you see this display, this kind of holographic spray here, and you see all kinds of data that you're able to interface with Sloss, and you're able to discover that the Silence are this holocron shows that the iconoclasts and your order were all part of splintered factions of worshippers or ways of the Force, the Whills, and those who called it the Way and the Force, and this was thousands of years ago. That the Silence themselves have moved towards the way of the dark side and the Sith. But what you find within that the secret of the iconoclasts is that there are two secrets that could destroy them. The first one is that they have aligned themselves with the Sith in the hopes of subverting it. That they have a decades to centuries long plan to twist the order to its own aims. But on a more immediate use, the Silence are all of their power they pour into silence. And so there is a particular harmonics that can not only detect them, but there is a note. It is a killing note. And if you can emit that sound, you can cause pain to the point of death to a member of the Silence.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Very nice.
Cool. So
we just have to emit the note, but I think Matteo might have the right transmitter for that.
He might. So, Matteo, you and Dia have decided to try to work together in order to trick, or technically, as we look, you're going to divert, distract, misdirect, or otherwise direct attention to yourself or elsewhere.
I'm thinking maybe one thing to do is I think I'm like seeing this Silence draw the life energy from one of these trees, and I think maybe I look up and see Iskry or Naomi if they're nearby watching this, and I'm what's like the expression on Iskry's face when this is on the holo image?
Horrified, because like I know what the energy in these trees is. It is my people's like memories and thoughts and emotions from the past 20 some years, just with these trees, plus like who knows what from history has been passed down through the DNA of these cloned trees. And it's just utter like, oh my god, these terrifying ghost things are using our memories. That's
and is there anything happening on the Addisonian communication channel now that Matteo can listen in on? From other Addisonians or from Iskry?
There's a heated discussion. They've broken down into effectively two factions. Three factions. Yeah, because I like this third idea too. Faction one is, let's mount up, go in there, kill all those stormtroopers, and protect our trees. That's a small, foolish, young faction. There is let's gather our resources. The Empire is falling. We'll use what credits we can gather together to pay off whoever is going to control this place and take and buy our way back. And the third one is, we have our ship. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's just steal what we need, gather everything up, take her out of mothballs, and leave. So that is the arguments that are going on between all
This
of
is
the
like frenetic now. This is probably
Yeah.
just like this noisy, like cacophony of voices. Is everybody
and it's
shouting
all
very
fueled by fear and panic, right? Because they don't have enough power to really easily. It's not like they can topple the Empire. There are tens of thousands of stormtroopers, of members of the ISB, the CorSec, the Coruscant Security. So the idea that this paltry number of Addisonians can just take over a section and hold it is crazy. Yeah, so that's what's going on. It's this crazy chatter in the back of Iskri and Naomi's mind that they can participate in as they wish, and then Mateo, you're eavesdropping.
Okay. So yeah, I want to try and drive that silence away from the trees, and I'm wondering. I think I know how to draw them in with this frequency. So
How to get them here too?
yeah, I could. So I'm thinking maybe a way to save that tree is to emit that frequency that would bring them here to viscosity. Maybe I can attract it here, and it'll leave the tree alone. But then we'll need to do something. And I say, Sloss, I think I can pull them away from the trees. I can bring them here. But is there anything we could do? How can we trap them?
We can. You have an emitter. There is a node that can harm them and kill them. We just need to modify your emitter a bit.
Okay.
So
let's do that.
Yeah, should we first go to Granny Fixit to fix you up? Because it's not very helpful if you bleed out. And also I would hate to lose you, my friend.
Maybe you're right. I just fear we don't have time, but maybe that is a good idea. Also, I think I should really warn Granny Fixit about what her stepdaughter Esley's doing. I think Esley's in danger. This New Republic radio thing is only going to get her into trouble.
Oh, good. We didn't have enough problems.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we grow.
All right. Yeah.
Can you set up something remote that will draw the silence away from the... Oh, wait. I have an idea. It is a bit of a risk, but I have some remote access, I assume, to my asylum. I can just take down the defenses. I think that might draw the silence in. I mean, I have the holocron and...
Draw the silence into your sanctuary.
Yes, because we have this chance to get rid of them for once and for all, and I am willing to pay any price for that.
That is like, there's no going back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? They will no longer be your sanctuary. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
I might go back and recover some stuff after we've taken care of the silence, but this seems more important right now. And that they have to get some time, so they have to be distracted. And I think that is the perfect distraction, so we can get Mateo healed up and then maybe get rid of them all and save the trees. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So you are basically allowing your sanctuary to be revealed.
Yeah.
To draw them away from draining the trees and buy you enough time to get Mateo healed.
Yes.
I will give you a +1 forward to divert them. What emotion are you rolling with, Sloss?
Sadness, probably, because this is not something I want to do. I really don't. I think miserable I think sad seems pretty appropriate. This is my sanctuary that I'm giving up. and I don't like that. But
All right.
well,
Are you spiked though? Are you spiked out?
no, I'm not spiked out.
Oh, you're on the doorstep.
I'm on the
Not there
doorstep,
yet.
but I'm not yet.
Okay, cool. Mark sad and roll with that +1.
I've got an 8, I guess. If I have a set of 1, which I think I do.
You
I
do.
have an 8. Yeah, but I've got an 8. So
All right. On a 7 to 9, you get to pick 2 from the options for divert. In the moves and LV, divert is down on row 60.
Yeah, it's very, very far down. Scrolling.
Your actions create an opportunity for you or someone else. You glean a flaw or weakness. They become confused or flustered. You're able to slip away.
I want my actions create an opportunity for us.
Okay,
and
sounds good.
I think they become confused or flustered because they're now trying to figure out what's all this is in my sanctuary. They have to deal with that first.
I love it. Yeah, and so as you do that, I assume you're like remotely accessing and broadcasting the sanctuary, and you see that one member of the Silence on the datapad feed as it turns its head, and it's as if it's listening, and then it immediately moves away from the trees, and you have created that opportunity. So how is it that... I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I looked at the other two. I've given us a little time. We should use it. Please don't let this be in vain.
I think I'm gonna, because this is a bar. Bars, people get in fights at bars. I bet that Nina keeps some kind of first aid kit or something behind the bar. So I think I'm digging around for that, because I've seen that, yes, there is blood, not just oil, coming from Mateo's back.
Awesome. I think you're trying to analyze the place, right? Because something might appear out of place. Or yeah. So
yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and roll. What emotion are you rolling with?
I'm sad, I think.
Okay.
Because I'm feeling very guilty about, or guilty and regretful about having to leave our work of 20 years and listening to my people argue about all terrible options. And okay, so that's a 7 + 2, 9.
Okay. On 7 to 9, you get to ask 2 questions.
Yeah.
Analyze options are on... Yeah, you're already there, it looks like. Row 40.
Yeah, okay, so... okay. 2 questions, cool. Well, all right, I guess I am, since I'm looking for the first aid kit, I think that would... I guess that's, what if anything appears out of place is probably the closest thing to that.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, you are able to find that Nina did have, maybe Nina didn't keep it, but the owner, who was Malzef Kendroon, Imperial, he made sure that it was fully stocked, because that's regs. But you do see that there's also, right by that first aid kit, a small... specifically repair kit for a Rolly droid.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab those and bring them over to Zlas and Mateo, and I guess all right, 2 questions. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm real worried now that I know that the Silence can do something with our communication network, and I was gonna ask Mateo to find a way to just deactivate it, but I think
you're turning off the Slack. What?
Yeah. I would like to know if there's some way I can use it instead. So I want to know how the Silence is vulnerable to me.
Oh, nice. You realize that they aren't aware. They aren't aware that you're aware, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So the way that they're vulnerable to you is if you broadcast information as if you think it is good and true, they're going to think, oh, yes, they are going to go storm this beach and we will go there. That kind of thing.
Good. Okay. I know that the faction that's like, yeah, we should just, go and fight them is losing. So I'm going to basically broadcast it like, okay, guys, I'll bring the weapons and I'll see you there.
Nice. That is awesome. So, yeah, you're going to definitely add to the confusion. That is awesome. So, with the med kit, Mateo, once it's handed over by Iskri, we'll say that maybe Dia helps you because it's along your back. Naomi will help as well, and you're able to recover 1 harm from that. So you're still in moderate, but you're not on the doorstep of going critical. And now, really, what they do is they heal all the meat. The rest is your mechanics.
Okay, so they put the super glue. They're able to like put the meat part back together.
Exactly.
All right, excellent.
Yeah, they put a little back gel in there.
So now the dual stream of blood and oil is just oil. The blood is stopped.
Like sprays a little oil every few seconds whenever you move around. The gears are going to start grinding if you run out of it.
Is there a way for us to repair what's wrong with Mateo?
So yes, but selfishly, I'm going to say the best way to do that is to drop some credit Granny Fix-Its to get the right parts.
Okay. It's close by, right?
It is so close. It's like step out of viscosity. It's like just across the way.
Okay, then I think I would advocate to go to her to have the repairs done. Because I don't like the sound of that.
Nice. So you guys head out of viscosity, stalk across the Durcrete streets, ducking out of the way into an alleyway when another armored transport carrier shuffles by, zooms past, and you hear off in the distance that there are some sirens, and then you head into Granny Fix-Its, where you know that Granny Fix-It, of course, would be here, but also broadcasting from her room is Esley Terra, New Republic broadcasting reporter, self-proclaimed. So Granny Fix-It is there. When you guys come in, I'm going to say that, like, Mateo, you work there, so it's locked and you're able to unlock it. You know the security code. It opens up. It looks closed, but Granny Fix-It comes out. Oh, wow. Mateo.
Granny, I'm so glad you're here. I got a bit of a blaster burn. It's I'm losing a lot of oil and I don't know. There's some of the servos in my back are not working. They're kind of acting up. Can you take a look?
Of course. Come on over here. And she moves over, and there's like a B1 droid that she was working on one work table, and she kind of shoulders it over, and it clatters to the floor.
I climb up on the work table and kind of like unlock the little door that like lets my back compartment like flip open, and all the gears and electronic like lights and stuff are blipping and blooping.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And so she's got like what looks like an eye patch, but you see there's a cybernetic eye there, right? And she goes over and she kind of caps something on that gives her the ability to look in a little closer. And so I'm curious, Las, Iskri, it seems like Mateo and Granny Fixer are like, they're just working. What are you doing?
I think I want to watch what she's doing. I am not that trusting a person, and maybe she's doing something to hurt him instead of help him, and I want to keep an eye on the whole situation. I need Mateo now, desperately. Cool. Because I've got nothing else.
Yeah,
not even, oh god, the little tree. Oh no.
Oh yeah, not even the little tree. You can just see one of the silences like draining the last bits of life from it, all the memories that you poured into it inadvertently. Granny Fix-It uses a lot of old tech, like juicy, delicious old tech's lost, the kind of stuff that it's like right up there for you. So you notice that. Iskri, what are you doing as this goes on?
God, I don't know. I think mostly just waiting and trying not to freak out too much. Because this is like, there's not much I can do here right now. I'm not like a cybernetics expert by any means. I don't see any reason that Granny Fixit would not be, genuinely trying. So I'm not watching her with suspicion like Sloss is. So I think I'm like, I don't know, trying to like, yeah, I think it's weird because I think I'm like in this space where I just can't. There's nothing really I can do. Just kind of waiting.
It looks like Naomi would really like to chat with you. So if she could
yeah,
pull
that
you
sounds
aside, she
good.
would. Cool. Dia, she climbs up onto one of the tables and sits kind of crisscross applesauce with her legs, and she peers over to watch what's going on. So yeah, that's what Dia's doing. So Mateo, we'll just kind of follow the rules for healing. If you're willing to drop cred to pay Granny Fixit back, or I'll owe her an obligation, then
Yeah.
I'll allow her to heal you up.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, so I'll throw a cred on that for or maybe my last 2 cred to get then I could get all the way healed, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I
see,
can throw in a
one-
cred if you need that,
Let's
because
see.
I really need Mateo now.
Nice.
So wow. So then, can I go all the way back to none? Can I just get like, did Granny fix it and that like first aid kit get me all the way back to healed again?
Yeah, I mean
Other than some scars?
she's swapping out tech, so
Wow. Oh, she's just like, oh yeah, we'll just replace this converter unit. Here you
she's
go.
like,
Here's a
yeah,
new
this
one.
is honey, I really like what you've done here, but plonk shoves in a new piece.
It's like,
Why
oh, I feel like a new man.
yeah, of course you do. Granny, fix it.
Or maybe I
Cool. That's awesome. So what I'd like for you to do is with your chest other, you no longer have camouflage. You may take a different tag because she swapped that out. So,
Whoa, okay.
yeah, that's fun, right?
Cool,
and if
yeah.
you're curious what tags are, then I dropped all of them from the book over on row I of the moves and LV tab, if you want to take a look at all of those. Cool.
Okay. Good.
So Naomi, as all of this is going on, she kind of gently tugs on your arm, Iskri, and tries to pull you to, maybe there's like a side hallway that goes to the refreshers, bathrooms in Star Wars parlance, and you can hear them working. The sound of a ratchet, the Hydra spanner. Naomi says, I'm so sorry.
I mean, for what?
Maybe I could have done something to this silence if I'd said something before. I didn't realize I was.
I don't think any of us would have known what you were talking about anyway. It seems like Sloss is the only one, and you. What reason would you have had to think that Sloss knew?
You don't hate me?
No, of course not. You. There's no reason you would have thought that. Nobody expects you to be psychic.
Do you think we're going to come out of this?
Yeah, but I don't know how. I don't know what's. I think I think we're gonna survive, but other than that, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think anything's gonna be the same.
She's facing you as the two of you talk, and she reaches down and kind of takes one of your hands and holds it in both of hers. And she says, wherever we go, I want to stay with you, okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere without you.
And you can tell from the way she closes her eyes, she just relaxes. There's this tension that she's held ever since her having to admit.
Yeah, I just like hug her and just kind of like stand there and like, yeah, I think I still have some of that tension, but not, not as much.
Naomi, she realizes that a lot of things could go wrong, but the thing that worried her most, you've solved. So she's redoubling her efforts and back on task. And when you guys separate out, she smiles. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where we can go after this. I don't know. Maybe yeah, I don't yeah, I don't know. Let's just worry about living the next few hours.
Okay. And so we cut to Granny Fix-It, and she kind of steps back and says, it's this pauldron speaker is a nice idea, but it really needs better power converter. So I've got to slap that in here. And don't worry, I'll throw it out on top. It's fine, no extra charge. This is gonna really make sure that I'm not sure. Are you and Naomi working on some kind of garage band thing? Or I don't know. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine.
Speaking of garage bands, do you know what Esley's up to with her free time?
Oh, no, I do. I respect her privacy. She's got whatever she does in her room.
Tune in the New Republic radio frequency and see what's on and play it for Granny right now.
Oh yeah, and it's Esley like frantically broadcasting that in Sector 46 there's a hard crackdown and you can go here, and she's like listing out places you can go and hide out. And
I have it project out of my pauldron to like to test the Granny's amplification. I like turn it up so you can like hear it over in like Esley's room. Maybe there's even like a reverb.
Yeah, there's like a bit of reverb, and then all of a sudden it kind of stops. And then you hear Esley scream from a room, "Grandma, what are you doing?" And Granny's like, "I need to go talk to my granddaughter." She starts heading to the back room. You guys know the way out.
Tell her down 2 levels. That's not safe anymore.
Nice. So yes, Granny Fix-It is going to go bend her adopted granddaughter's ear about running a guerrilla radio station out of the back of her Fix-It shop. You guys have been given leave to go. What do you wish to do?
I think we better go. What's that? What does the transponder have on it from my eye? What has anything been going on in the,
so the stormtroopers have that's great. So you kind of search back through, maybe you're able to like finger scrub through the feed, and just before you guys left Viscosity, you saw the one member in that weird mask. He just took off, and stormtroopers kind of locked the place down, and they have a couple of guards, and they've shut the main area, but there are a bunch of stormtroopers are here keeping guard of these weird trees.
Okay. But they're not harming the trees right now.
They are not actively harming the trees. That is correct.
Okay.
They kind
All
of
right.
tagged it, and they're sitting on it for some reason.
I asked Dia if she can keep an eye on it, and if any stormtroopers come in to try and harm the trees, to lock it down to keep them out.
Sorry, I was answering a quick question in there. What was it that you wanted to do? You wanted to lock something down?
Yeah, I tell Dia to ask her if she can keep monitoring it, and if the stormtroopers try and do anything other than just keep an eye on it, to try and lock them down and close the blast doors and do whatever she has to do to send out emergency calls to pull them away or whatever to protect those trees.
I've got it, Mateo. Check it out. So I figured out the special modulator, and she pulls on this little throat mic thing, and she goes, check this out, and she taps a couple of press a couple buttons on her data pad, and then she talks, and she's like, you guys all need to leave now, and it comes through like Darth Vader, and he even has the breath.
Brilliant. Dia, you're amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate you acknowledging it.
Listen, Dia, I gotta go now. I gotta go do something with my friends, but I look forward to seeing you and Sarah soon. Take care, and thanks again for the help.
May the
Force.
What is it? Force go with you. May the Force go with you, guys. Good job.
Thank you. I believe we will need it. Where will we go, though? Because we can't go back to my sanctuary. We can't go to the garden.
Well, this you said there's some frequency that we could
tune. We could use to lure them, and then we can destroy them with the perfect note that we will have to put into your portal.
We know where they are now.
I have an idea from the holocron, and I think do I have to roll to analyze, or what do I need to roll here to help Mateo come on, work around with his pardon? Sorry, I forgot the word.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. So it sounds to me like
modify.
Oh yeah, you want to help with them modify it? I actually think
modify it so it emits this killing note.
So here's how I kind of see
that's one of your
handing it. Oh, sorry. Do you have a modify?
I was just asking if modify was one of Sloss's move. I have a special junkware move when I integrate something into my body.
I don't think I have a modify move.
No. So here's how I kind of see it. Tell me if you guys think this is too simple. I kind of see the idea that what you would be doing, Sloss, is helping Mateo with a neutralize roll. And that neutralize roll would have kind of it's an all for one, because it would affect all of the silence. Ooh, you have a way to broadcast it to them? That's true. You do.
Yeah.
You do indeed.
We do.
So this is almost like a remote attack. If you guys were to pull this off, you don't even have to go face them head on. You can just.
It's true. We can just stay in viscosity.
They're already listening in.
Yeah, it's true.
That is awesome.
It's probably gonna suck having this routed through my head, but
Well, I mean, I think as you lay out the plan, Naomi says split it. I'll take some too. If you can.
Yeah. I just kind of look at Mateo and I don't know how, but I'm just offering.
Yeah. I mean, one option is we could broadcast to bring all the silence here, and then with my amplifying speaker right in front of them, that might be enough to destroy them, or at least compromise them enough we can finish them off.
All right. So utilizing the broadcast capabilities through Iskri and Naomi,
to get them here.
Yeah, you drop that signal to get them here.
Wait, you said they could possess people, right?
Yeah.
Mateo?
He did say
So
that.
I think I like
big people's bodies.
take everything that could possibly be used as a weapon and like keep it away from me. And I like kind of look at Naomi and like anything you have, because they can control people.
Oh, and
Just
Naomi pulls
in
out like
case.
a holdout blaster and then a little vibro blade, and she puts those over the side.
We should maybe attempt to blast them with the node before they can process anybody, really, because if they do, then I think we're carked.
I agree.
Because they might possess Mateo. He still has a
I
organic
wonder if
brain.
I could try to blast the note over the broadcast. We could see if that works.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, then they
Seems
will
like
be
it would
warned.
be too easy for them to.
Yeah, I think the idea of using the network to draw them here or someplace where we can maybe set up some speakers. I mean, this viscosity has a music system,
sound
right?
system.
We've got a banging sound system here. Let's get them on the dance floor and show them what our
yeah.
do.
It's basically a dance off, and maybe we don't even need to. I mean, we can use your frequency, but you can also use your network to tell your people that you're in viscosity and with me, and we're staying here because we now have to have drinks or something like that.
Yeah, that is.
Or maybe that I'm here and that we are both opening the holocron. We are so close. That might get them here without anything else.
They still have to travel through my network, but I think that's probably better than playing a note. Okay.
Okay, so then the plan is to try to divert them to draw them to you. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a +1 because Mateo knows the right kind of phonics to use to draw them in. And then once they arrive, if they arrive, then you're going to try to neutralize them with the perfect note. That is a very cool plan. I adore this plan. I hope the dice are also fans of this plan.
Yeah. Okay, who rolls what?
I think.
Am I just helping, or am I?
I think Iskry is the one who should divert because you normally broadcast on this channel.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will stand ready to help in any capacity that might be needed.
Although I think Mateo's helping here because he knows how to draw, right?
Right. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Just be playing that note, the attractant note in the background, just to give it a little bit of extra. Okay.
So for me to help, do I roll something as well?
Yes, help or hinder. You say how you feel.
I say how my state. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm mad. I mean, they're like attacking my friends. They're threatening me, and I want revenge. I'm mad. So I'm gonna roll with mad.
Nice.
And let's see here. Oh, weird. It like spins if you hit it twice. I didn't know that. Oh, no. Oh, whoa. Okay. Wow. Well, that was lucky. I rolled a 5, but I think I'm +2 mad.
You're +2 mad. Oh,
okay.
Bye. That's awesome. So +1 from your help. And then, as I said, because you know that note to help, that's effectively a +2 for Iskry to divert. What emotion are you rolling with, Iskry? You feel Mateo's got you set up. He's broadcasting just right. You know what to say.
On the other hand,
before we do that, I have a move that could give each one of you a +1 forward if I were to use it on you, which is the true name move, which I have never used before, which I can use it now because I have a component.
You have
my true name already, I think, right?
Yeah, I have
you know my true name, I think.
I do not your. No, I just have to. No. Yeah, I have true name components on both of you. Just one, but that should be enough. So maybe. So I will roll these with. Yeah, I'm still very hopeful for the whole thing, and I guess I'm going spec out and powerful then. But hey, I mean, why not? I'm trying to grab these dice, but I've got them. Sorry. Yeah, I've got a 5. No, I've rolled snake eyes. I'm sorry, Mateo. This didn't work at all. And now I know why I never used this thing.
Oh, don't blame the move. Okay, so I just looking
Okay,
at it.
I was actually using it on the screen. I'm really sorry. I was
Okay.
trying.
No problem.
I mean, I
What
used
awful
it, but
thing has happened when you roll a snake eyes while using this, or
I
nothing?
have no idea what happens. But maybe mm,
Yeah,
you
there
can
are.
see someone you wish to manipulate. Use the mysterious power of your dead order. Speak their true name, and roll plus components. You must have, at least I do. And if unwilling, which you were not, but the components when used are consumed, forever losing their power against the individual. So I'm just reminding you of whatever I think I'm reminding you of your dedication to your tree and your people, and the hope that you will get to go home again.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So weirdly, I think that does kind of help in a strictly metagaming way, because I think that changes what I'm feeling from scared to sad. Because like I know this isn't true. I know that things are like this weird, tenuous, kind of hopeful thing that we've been doing is like it's over. And I know that. Like even if they don't burn our garden down, it's not secret anymore. So I think I'm rolling this with sad now rather than scared.
Do I still spike out even if I fail the roll?
Yes, because where there's pass or fail, you do mark that. See, spike out on that. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus I have no idea what. It doesn't matter because it's still a 10.
Nice. So on a 10 with divert, you get 3 choices from the options.
Where's divert?
Divert is
it's
all the way down on 60.
Here it is. Okay. Your actions create an opportunity. You can't glean a flaw or weakness. They become confused or flustered, or you're able to slip away. And I can pick 3 of those. Okay, obviously our actions can create an opportunity. That was the whole point. They become confused and flustered because I did just tell them I was coming down to the I was bringing weapons, and I think like, change of plans. I can't get away. Naomi and I and Zlas are holed up in in viscosity, and make sure to So I think that they are confused and flustered because like I just used this network to to try to fool them one way, and now I'm going the other way.
Do you want to slip away or glean a flaw or weakness? Feels like glean a flaw or weakness.
Yeah. I'm not slipping away from this, I don't think.
Nice. That's maybe later, but not right this second. Awesome. So you glean a flaw or weakness. I think what we will do with that is you have some data packets that you gather from them that they are not realized they are transmitting. And if you pass that over to Mateo, then you can use that to help her hinder.
Oh, yeah. Actually, at some point, has Mateo told me that he can listen in on this?
I think he did. I think we actually did in game at some point.
I think it's or it's something that like eventually I've definitely picked up on. So
I think maybe it's like something that kind of like maybe you thought I could pick up a little bit now and then, but like maybe very recently, like you're kind of like, oh, I've been hearing everything on your network the whole time, and I just never let on to all of that.
Yeah. And I am too busy being terrified and sad to be mad about that at the moment. I'll probably be mad about that eventually, but like a little preoccupied right now. So yeah, you just get those data packets because you're already.
Oh right, I just picked them up myself.
Yeah, in fact, I probably turned to you. I'm like, okay, so there's, and you're like, yeah, already got it.
Nice, cool. So a few moments later, kind of cinema time, they rise up through the floor of viscosity, and You see that one of them is moving to try to take over the body of your erstwhile bartender, Fiend Selah, while another one is moving to try to take over Dia, who's here trying to kind of watch with a data pad and be like backup and in case something's going on. And I think the third one is just approaching directly for Zlos.
I want to draw them all to me because I will take out the holocron and have it in my hand and like come and get me.
Oh,
this is your
that's
chance.
awesome! They are
The
all
last chance
here.
you will have to destroy the Dreaming Heaven Choir.
All of the iconoclasts that are here on Coruscant are here. All three of them that have come and found you. Then Mateo, I think it is time for that single note.
Oh, the neutralize. All right, I'm mad. I'm going full on like Schwarzenegger, like.
Yeah,
I think my body's like vibrating from the super amped
that's
up
cool.
noise.
I totally see that. That's awesome.
All right. So is somebody okay, so I already were those data packets? Is that like
that's
there
a
like
helper,
an aid?
helper hinder from Iskri. So Iskri, if you want to roll the helper hinder,
Sure
you can
thing.
give him a +1.
I also am attempting to help by
Sure.
drawing them to me.
I think I'm scared, so but that doesn't change anything. It's an 8.
Okay, cool. And then Zlos, if you want to help just for this one thing, I think we'll stack it.
I'm not scared. I am fucking awesome, and these things will have it now.
You're powerful and you're spiked.
Yes, and because I'm spiked, though, it will only be a 6. If I weren't, it would be a 7, which is weird, but hey.
Isn't it? It's just it's
Oh, right.
I don't know
It's
if it
yeah,
goes
I think
lower.
I think
instead of a
as
+2.
yeah. So awesome, yeah, because it goes to a +1. I think what happens
Oh, wait,
then.
the state modifier in the 5th box was marked and becomes +1. Okay, it becomes +1. It doesn't get +1.
Yeah,
Okay. That's still weird, but okay.
It's
okay.
Yeah, it's one of those where it gets locked, and it is weird that like when you have spiked out in something that's a +2 that it doesn't stay at +2. Like it.
Well,
That said, I think amiss what happens is one that doesn't try to inhabit a body, it like reaches you and starts causing you damage.
That's
So
fine.
let's have you take. I think it's ignoring armor, right? Because they move impossibly, so they just kind of reach through, and they're trying to wrest control of the holocron away from you. So let's take two harm as you're in a struggle here, Mateo. Let us see how your neutralize move happens.
Wow. Okay, so I got a +1 from Iskri's data, but Zlos did not give me a +1.
Correct.
Okay, but I got +2 from Mad, so I'm still +3 on this roll. So let's let it all out. All right, let's see. It could be. Oh well, I got a 6, so that's a 9.
Okay,
so close. To being a 10.
If only Zlos's help paid off. All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. On a 7 to 9, you generate 2 hold, and you will take harm in the doing.
Okay.
Spend your hold 1 for 1 during the scene to inflict harm, taking away an advantage, suffer little harm, force a change of location, impress, dismay, or frighten your opponent. You get 2 hold. You can, if I remember correctly, I think you can stack, so you could inflict harm double.
So I could inflict harm twice. Okay.
Yes.
So before I do that, I wanna pull the table on if something else here might be clever. I mean, inflict harm seems straightforward, and that's our plan. So I'm thinking on that. But these are cool. One thing I could do is force a change of location, or take away an advantage that they have. If somebody can think of a way cool way, or I'll impress just to make or frighten them.
Or maybe you could take away their ability to possess people.
Ooh, that's cool, actually. That seems to be one of their main powers. Yeah, okay. Now, if I do, let's see. So if I do that, that'll require both my hold, so I won't inflict any harm on them this round. But I think that's fictionally really cool.
And it shows the first step of them being affected by the sound, right? So
Yeah, and they're like trying. It sounded like they were trying to possess like Dia already, and
yes,
maybe
one was
Bellum.
trying to
Yeah,
affect Dia and
I'm gonna do
the other
that
one's-
then. I think that sounds cool. I want to see what that looks like when they're like stepping into Dia and Bellum, and then I like turn on my sonic blast, and it takes that advantage away from them.
I think the sonic blast, it almost sounds like a single like chord, a power chord from a guitar, of course, right? Because that would be fun. And there's like this resonant image of them stepping into Fiend Selah and Dia, and they get pushed back. And I think the one that was harming you's loss, it drops back as well. So it's not able to grab the holocron away from you. You still take the damage from when it tried to effectively de-res you. You felt that kind of like the sound of an airplane engine so close that it batters and harms and hurts your skin. That's what you feel. And then all three of them turn to look at you, Mateo, because you just hurt them. And yeah, they're going to charge forward. One of them grabs you by your fleshy throat, right? The fleshy part of your throat. And you will take 2 harm as well. You just got healed up, man. What's up with this? It's going to be so expensive.
I needed that healing.
Granny
This is
fixed
a rough
me.
day for
What?
Mateo.
You're back again? Didn't you just leave 5 minutes ago? Cool. So you take 2 harm. What do you want to do, Mateo?
I mean, I think the only thing I know to do is I saw how that affected them. Like, what did it look like? Like, so they were just like bouncing off of people.
Yeah, well,
and
I imagine they're like
revealing,
these
and then they're
shadowy
coming for
images.
me.
And then almost like if you've ever seen like a VHS tape where it like gets scratchy and the image just kind of warps and warbles a little bit and gets jagged. That's what you see at first before they're able to kind of settle down. And that's when they move towards you, gliding across the viscosity's floor to try to grab hold of you and try to tear you apart to stop that sound.
Now, how does the armor work again? I had do I remove? Do I still have that one armor, or did my armor get like destroyed?
The armor isn't ablative, so it would still apply. So you're only going to take 1 harm. That's a good point. So you're just a light. And I think as this happens, Naomi is going to try to throw herself into one of them, but they have like they move impossibly. Like so, she kind of jumps through one of them and screams out in frustration and anger. She can't help.
I think I would try to like neutralize them again by blasting them one more time. That's like all I can think to do. Maybe
Awesome.
Maybe I would actually. So I was thinking maybe I could try and like maybe I should just like try and like go for a finishing move time wise or something.
Probably for time wise, we probably should.
Never mind.
So yeah,
Bethany,
so probably just try and do the neutralize. Yeah.
Oh, Bethany, what were you gonna do?
Help.
Help? Yes, you absolutely can.
I'm gonna grab the microphones and turn them on, and so it just like gets pumped through the bar's sound system as well.
Yeah, Naomi's microphone that she was singing on in session 1. That's awesome. What is Lost doing?
I think I want to kind of run the sound to the holocron. I know that's not how it usually works, but it's also just probably just a help thing. But
I love it. Yes, let's do it. Let's have you both roll your helps, and then Mateo will make the roll and hopefully do harm and finish them off.
That's a 4.
Oh no!
Nice. Yeah. So
maybe the sound doesn't come across. You need some of the
or maybe
bases.
it like hurts me instead since I'm like the feedback.
Yeah. There's like this terrible
I'm like
feedback
standing in front of the amplifier and.
Wow!
We'll have you take a harm. Oh yes.
I've rolled Snake Eyes again. Amazing.
Again? Are you sure that it actually rolled? That sucks.
I don't know. I didn't have Snake Eyes before.
Zlas, the holocron, you see that it starts to fall apart. That by pouring all of the sound through it, it is causing it to degrade slightly. Do you want to? Here's the deal. I'll give you a hard choice. If you want to push on and continue, then I'll let you go ahead and give that +1, but it's going to forever harm and alter your holocron.
That's fine. I mean,
Do it?
it's not fine. Yes, I'm doing it. I want to get rid of these things once and for all. I can rebuild, but I have to be alive for that.
Mateo, you get a +1 from 2 failed helps, but 1 made with a great sacrifice. Let's see you roll to neutralize here.
Okay, I'm really mad at these things. They tried to possess my friends. One of them's strangling me. I'm gonna go mad again. Here we go.
Okay.
So this will be +3 altogether. 6, 9. Oh, never quite.
That's awesome. You get 2 choices. I recommend you
I'm gonna take the
them.
harm twice. Yeah, I'll take double harm on them this time.
Sweet. And so the music just it picks up, it reverberates a little bit, but then all the speakers in viscosity blow out. But the holocron carries the signal, and you see them start to res again, and then they start to dissipate, like kind of break apart. And you hear this odd scream from them as they're destroyed. They're more than neutralized. They are eviscerated. The silence is no more as that single note brings about their doom. You see that, like, there are people just kind of disoriented from all of the noise here in viscosity. You realize that there's probably going to be some ramifications from that, but based on time, I think what we will need to do is move to epilogues. So I'll give you guys each a few moments to contemplate what is it that we see from your epilogue, so the end of our story with these guys. Although it's Star Wars Saturdays, maybe they show up again if you choose to play them in a different system. Or maybe the Veil again, because this is really super fun. Cool. Who would like to go first?
I could go first. I think Mateo is. I think Mateo feels like obviously very invested in what sort of Zlas's dream work and what Zlas has been teaching. And Mateo is like become about as much machine as he can become. So I think Mateo is going to become like sort of a pupil acolyte test subject of Iskry's, and just kind of like devote himself to like meditation and dream work to try and, you know, find this like spiritual wholeness that he was seeking through his mechanical augmentation, but that never quite got rid of the fear and the anxiety and the anger about what happened to him when he was growing up. And I think he kind of develops this more like a meditative, contemplative life to try and find a little more centering finally.
Nice. I like it. Who would like to go next with epilogues?
So I think, having learned about the New Republic as a thing, and the fact that they actually pulled off this, you know, amazing thing of destroying the Death Star, and like, I think Iskry tries to get as many of the Addisonians as possible on board with like working with them. Like, we, you know, there aren't that many of us. We can't do much on our own, but there's this whole organization devoted to taking the Empire down. And, you know, there's a chance that we could actually, you know, contribute to that. So I think that is what, and I think, like, you know, probably some people stay on Coruscant and work, you know, kind of as covertly as possible there. And I think others actually just like join the rebellion altogether, and others just like take that ship and leave. I think the majority take the ship and leave, but you know, there's maybe a dozen who stay and help with the rebellion.
That is cool. I like that a lot. And last but not least, Zlas, what is your epilogue?
The last thing you see of Sloss is him walking through the tunnels beneath Coruscant. His cybernetic scars are glowing. Oh, it's the tattoos that are glowing, sorry. Cybernetic tattoos are glowing to give him some light. And he's walking slowly, like it's exhausting. But he's walking through those tunnels, and he's looking out, and he reaches some place. It's kind of there was a cave in. It's not, you can't go further, but you know that this is where his sanctuary was. And that's when he starts digging a bit. He has his cyber hand that is fine. The other hand, where he held the holocron when it got twisted, is also a bit twisted and scarred looking. It looks more like a claw, but it's still flesh. And he is digging through the debris. And then he finds something, and he draws it out, and it's not tiny. It's a little bag. And he kind of lifts it triumphantly, and when you look at it and he looks into it, and you see there are several seeds in it.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. I really like that. That was fantastic. Thank you all for making this Saturday available for us to put this to bed. It has been a sheer pleasure. The Veil is a fun game, but this was maybe I think so. My favorite sessions of The Veil that I've played. I really liked your characters. I love how well you guys collaborated to kind of bring things to a head together, working together in fictional ways that really felt epic. That was super duper good. We could do the beliefs thing, but like that's for XP, and I think we're done. So you guys good if we just kind of move on to Stars and Wishes. We'll do Stars and Wishes since we're at our last session here. So take a moment, consider what we have done in this foreshot, and if you want to give a couple stars, and then just a wish from me, anything along the lines of like running the Veil again. Any wishes you had around things that you might want to see different or other, that would be awesome. I'd like to go first in Stars and Wishes. Yeah, 3.5 shot. It was definitely not a full 4. Can't even round up that 1 to be a full one. It was terrible. It was an hour, and I'm so sorry.
I could.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can do Stars and Wishes first.
Okay.
I would love to give stars to all of you, because this was amazing. I would like to give stars to Walter for Matteo, and the way he was always, the way he was so mad about the whole Darth Vader thing and scared, and that epilogue about, oh, this machine thing, it doesn't help me. I'm still scared. I'm still angry. I'm not well that way. I like that a lot. And I loved Iskri, the way they still tried to save the remnants of their home planet, and then staying on for the rebellion. That was a lot of fun. And Rich, I love the way you were pacing this. So we got to the final confrontation with the silence. Bam! Yeah, I love that. So.
Thank you.
Let's see. I guess I could go.
Okay.
Yeah, I really loved how I feel like Matteo's story felt really like powerful because of the way Matteo integrated so well with Zlas and with Iskri, and so I really want to thank the two of you for that. I mean, having the holocron and the frequencies and everything be something that Matteo could play into, and Matteo, being able to listen in on the Addisonian conversations and stuff was all very cool. I really liked how it just felt like our characters were very tightly drawn together, and that Matteo's like sort of, I don't know, destiny was like bound up in yours. That was really fun. And so thanks Sabine and Bethany for like making that happen. Right, that was really great. And Rich, what are my highlights of you? You had so many great NPCs, but one thing I really loved was Naomi. Like Naomi was, I think the opening scene was describing Naomi singing,
Mhm.
and Naomi was really kind of an integral character in the story, almost like another like main
Mhm.
character, like the whole way through. And I thought that was really beautiful.
Mhm.
I really liked Naomi, so thank you for that.
Good. Thank you. I felt like she got a whole like arc going on. It was
Mhm.
really, really neat. That's fantastic. And I think if Bethany hadn't made the choice of like, oh, Naomi's an Edisonian too, I don't know if it would have grown that way. So yeah, that was just feeding off of a really cool ideas all around. Thank you so much, Walter. Bethany, what about you?
I also really liked I liked Naomi. I liked all of the NPCs. That was a great collection of NPCs in general. And I think like it's more of a general star because these are 3 playbooks that at first glance have nothing to do with each other. And yet like everyone just sort of I don't know. I don't think any single person was responsible for this, although Rich's ability to pace this and like make this kind of come together was amazing. But I think like the beliefs and the like when each of us had choices, managing to somehow integrate that with some element of someone else's playbook or backstory. Like this story did not have to come together, and there was like no natural thing pushing it together. So I think everyone did a really amazing job, making that happen.
Absolutely. You guys all leaned into each other's playbooks in really effective ways that helped kind of bring forth this story that I could see just like the chaos pattern of like the silence, the trees. Oh wait, but like the trees are not far from Zlas's sanctuary, so there's a connection there, and like all of it just started to of a piece. And oh, I'm eavesdropping on like all those things that you guys were doing. You were telling me, like you were kind of communicating to me. Oh yeah, I think there might be a thing. And then from the first moment where I'm like, I think the Silence look like they wear a Sith mask. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and I can put in a little Star Wars layer there, and then everything just started to come to a head really, really well. I was super excited. I'm so glad we got to have this session. Really do. It helped put a capper up. Felt like last session, like it could have ended, and it would have been like okay, like I enjoyed the last session that we had. But like this really helped to bring it to a head in like this really nice, satisfying conclusion. Instead of going, "Oh yeah, that was a nice French movie," but it just kind of ended to like that was a really nice emotional movie that culminated to this like Titanic finish that was awesome. So that was awesome. Love playing with you guys. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and end the broadcast before I start babbling, but stars to all of you. You're wonderful, and this makes my morning. So there we go.